General Hospital spoilers tease that Sasha is facing a dangerously uncontrollable situation, one where her decisions no longer affect just herself but carry far-reaching consequences for her family and those around her. Ever since the tragic loss of her unborn child, her entire life has been turned upside down. But that's not the end of it. Sasha now finds herself caught in a larger threat, a quiet investigation unraveling secrets that can no longer remain hidden. Evidence is emerging that she was manipulated during her pregnancy, decisions were made for her without her knowledge, and these revelations are slowly surfacing. As everything spirals around her, Sasha feels as though she has lost control of her own life. Michael and Jason, two people she once trusted to protect her and her child, are now unable to guarantee her safety. Michael, though deeply in love with Sasha, is too distracted by custody battles and the tangled web of family drama to see the full scope of what she's going through. He fails to realize that the very decisions he and Jason made to protect her may have inadvertently pushed her into an even more dangerous position. Sasha senses that Michael's promises and Jason's long-standing vow of protection are no longer enough. Despite their efforts, they continue to make choices on her behalf without truly understanding the reality she's facing. Alone and unguarded, Sasha begins to feel the crushing weight of isolation. Every decision becomes a gamble, as she no longer knows who she can truly trust to shield her in the storm that's brewing. She feels hunted, like prey with no way to escape. The secrets and manipulations Michael and Jason dragged her into have become ghosts that haunt her every moment. When Sasha looks in the mirror, she no longer sees the hopeful woman she once was, but a tired, broken figure caught in a cycle she cannot escape. What deepens her dread is the uncertainty about who is truly on her side, and who will abandon her when things become too complicated. She cannot say for sure if the people she believed in, those she thought would protect her, are even willing to anymore. Can Michael truly sacrifice everything for her and the child? Can Jason, the man who has always defended the family, do anything now that things are spiraling beyond his control? Sasha realizes that no one can fix this for her, which only makes her feel more trapped in the quicksand she never saw coming. She begins to question the choices she's made. Was it a mistake to put so much faith in promises? Was she too quick to accept Michael and Jason's protection, never anticipating the consequences? Now, every decision is a calculated risk, as the truth moves further away from what she had once hoped for. Thoughts of betrayal, manipulation, and secrecy consume her, turning every step she takes, every word she speaks, into a minefield. And as the truth begins to surface, Sasha can feel an overwhelming anxiety setting in. She's no longer just facing external threats, she must confront herself, her missteps, and choices she can't undo. The most terrifying realization is that she can't reverse what has happened. She cannot change the past. Everything she's done over these past months is building toward a point of no return. When the secrets are finally exposed and things spiral out of control, Sasha knows she could lose everything, those she once loved, her freedom, and the future she once dared to hope for. But what truly terrifies her is not the destruction itself, it's the suffocating fear that she might not survive it. That she might not find the strength to stand up and fight for herself. In that moment, Sasha is forced to face not just the dangers around her, but the ghosts she's created on her journey. The story between Sasha and Michael, which once seemed to be settling after so many storms, is now erupting into a new and uncontrollable crisis. Sonny, the head of the Corinthos family, has always taken pride in protecting those he loves. But when the shocking truth hits, that Sasha is pregnant with Michael's child, something Sonny never saw coming, everything is thrown into chaos. His life, and that of his family, is suddenly clouded by danger and uncertainty. As the family faces collapse, Sonny is forced into an impossible decision: how to salvage the situation, protect his loved ones, and preserve the power he's worked so hard to build. Learning this painful truth, Sonny is overwhelmed with disbelief. He can't comprehend how Michael and Sasha, people he's always seen as family, could keep something like this from him. Michael's passionate love for Sasha, and Jason's past sacrifices to protect them, are no longer enough to keep the family united. Their relationship threatens not only Sonny's trust but could also fracture the entire Corinthos clan. As the family patriarch, Sonny knows that if he doesn't act swiftly, everything could fall apart. The threats aren't just coming from the outside, they're emerging from within. Sonny realizes that the secrets being kept could be exposed to the public, especially as cracks begin forming in their closest relationships. Once Sonny discovers that Sasha is carrying Michael's child, he knows he cannot let her suffer any further. Sasha, already battered by grief and trauma, now stands at the brink of another battle, a battle not only to protect her child but also to hold on to her life. But protecting Sasha won't be easy. The chaos of past events has made every decision more complex than ever. She's not only facing threats from enemies outside, but also from the calculated moves of those she once trusted most. Michael, despite his love, is too consumed by his own custody fight to recognize the danger Sasha is in. He's distracted, leaving her unprotected. Jason, once Sonny's most trusted ally, is now part of the ambiguity surrounding Sasha and Michael's relationship. His silence, his half-truths, only make things worse. He can no longer protect Sasha in the way she needs. Sonny cannot let his family remain under threat. He resolves to step in and protect Sasha, even if it means entering a battle not only with outside forces but with those closest to him. What complicates things further is the quiet but growing tension between Sonny and Michael. Though Sonny's love for his son is unconditional, he must now face whether he can forgive the betrayal of both Michael and Sasha. Sasha's pregnancy isn't just a personal issue, it marks the breaking point for the trust Sonny had in both of them. In this fight, Sonny must act to safeguard Sasha and the unborn child, but he must also protect his relationship with Michael. How can he maintain family unity while buried secrets continue to unravel? This is Sonny's greatest challenge. Choosing between loyalty and protecting those he loves. The tension heightens as betrayal isn't only external, it's rooted deeply within the family itself. Schemes and hidden agendas keep emerging, and every decision Sonny makes, no matter how well-intentioned, unleashes consequences beyond his control. But one thing is certain, Sonny won't stand still. He must act, not only for the sake of his family but for everything he's built, and for the protection of Sasha and Michael's unborn child. As the truth comes to light, an explosive confrontation is inevitable, not just between Sonny and Michael, but within the entire family. Protecting Sasha, the mother of Michael's child, may drag everyone into an unforgiving war where loyalty and betrayal are tested to their limits. And in that chaos, an even more devastating shock may await, one that could forever change the way the Corinthos family sees itself. Sonny now stands at a crossroads he never imagined, as every relationship and loyalty he has painstakingly built is under threat and facing a serious test. This is not just a fight to reclaim power, it's a war over trust, emotion, and betrayal. Most notably, he must confront Drew and Willow, two people he once considered close family, who now find themselves in positions Sonny can no longer comprehend. The dark secrets they are hiding, and the actions they've taken without consulting him, are pushing Sonny into a dangerous and high-stress situation. When Sonny realizes that Drew, the man he once saved, the one he protected like a son, is now walking his own path, the wound runs deep. He doesn't just feel hurt, he feels profoundly betrayed. Drew has been playing a power game that Sonny knew nothing about, especially regarding Michael's custody battle and the family's internal dynamics. Drew, once the person Sonny placed his full trust in, is slowly stepping away from him in a fight that Sonny has been excluded from. What was once a bond of trust and loyalty between them has begun to crack. This isn't just a shock for Sonny, it's a bitter pill he can't accept. As for Willow, the woman Sonny had always considered like a daughter, she too has become entangled in this conflict. While she may not have started it, the choices she's made have cast doubt in Sonny's mind. She withheld crucial information, key details about Sasha and Michael's unborn child. Instead of siding with the family, she's chosen to support Michael in her own way. Their relationship is now more strained than ever, and with every step Willow takes, Sonny feels more betrayed. He is driven closer to the painful question, is this family still a family at all? The pressure is mounting. Sonny, who has always been the one in control, the final decision maker, the protector, is starting to feel cornered. And the people closest to him, the ones he trusted most, are the ones backing him into that corner. The secrets Drew and Willow are keeping are beginning to surface, and their decisions, while perhaps made in the name of protection, are actually dragging Sonny into a battle he no longer controls. This is a betrayal not just of the family, but a betrayal of the heart, because those he loves and trusts no longer trust him in return. Dark thoughts begin to cloud Sonny's mind. Each night he lies awake, haunted by the fear of further betrayal, of losing everything he's fought to build. Emotions he's long buried rise to the surface: rage, disappointment, and the terrifying sense of irreversible loss. He cannot bear being pushed aside by the very people he loves, and Drew and Willow's actions are pushing him to the brink of madness. The sense of being deceived and manipulated doesn't just break his heart. It makes him feel like he's losing control. And for a man like Sonny, loss of control is intolerable. The rage building inside Sonny can no longer be held back. As everything begins to explode, he knows he must confront a battle not just to protect his family, but to protect himself and whatever is left of the life he's built. To do that, he'll have to face Drew and Willow, and the lies they've constructed over time. But more than that, he must also confront his own choices. Can he forgive the people he loves, or will he have to destroy it all, once again, to protect his family's honor and legacy? With every move in this escalating war, Sonny feels himself being pulled deeper into a spiral he can't escape. The dark secrets are no longer things that can be hidden, and each truth that surfaces leaves his mind more unstable than ever. Betrayal, mistrust, and internal tension are driving Sonny to a breaking point, not just in action, but in thought. He is losing control of himself, and that could lead to terrible decisions, actions he may come to regret. And as Sonny battles with his own demons, a bigger question emerges: can Sonny remain loyal to his family, or will he lose everything in this war? The answer could reshape not only his future, but the fate of the entire Corinthos family. Meanwhile, Drew knows time is running out, and his calculations must be carried out immediately, as Sasha and her unborn child's lives are in grave danger. Sasha's preterm labor becomes a situation no one could have predicted, but every decision made in the coming days will affect not only her survival, but also the future of the Corinthos family. Drew, though technically an outsider in the custody war, has now been swept into this chaos inescapably. He understands that if Sasha can't deliver the baby safely, it will dramatically shift the balance in Michael's custody battle and the family's internal dynamics. As Drew prepares for this dangerous move, Sonny, head of the Corinthos family, can no longer stay on the sidelines. Sasha, though not officially part of the family, is carrying Michael's child, Sonny's grandchild. For a man like Sonny, family is everything, and nothing can threaten that without provoking retaliation. Sasha and the baby's lives hang in the balance, and Sonny knows that if she doesn't receive urgent medical care, everything may be lost. He makes the decision to ensure Sasha has the best medical team available, doctors and staff he can personally trust, to protect both her and the child. This is not just a medical matter, it's a move to protect the Corinthos legacy, ensuring that what he's built won't be undone by unpredictable tragedy. But protecting Sasha is only one part of what Sonny is facing. The issue of keeping Wiley and Amelia, the two children he sees as the future of the family, is now a matter of survival. Sonny cannot allow Michael to lose custody. He won't let Wiley and Amelia be torn apart. Everything is closing in on him, and the fight for power, loyalty, and family protection is pushing everyone into a high-stakes war. Amid all this, Sasha feels the pressure and fear mounting daily. She's not only grappling with premature labor, but also with a situation where every decision could be life or death. Surrounded by threats, from Michael's decisions to Sonny's interventions, she feels trapped in a storm she can't escape. Though the people around her may mean well, they are only making things harder. Sasha understands that if she doesn't survive the birth, the family tension and conflict will only grow worse, and the baby, her child with Michael, will become the center of a war it should never have been part of. As every force around Sasha braces for unchangeable outcomes, Sonny, Drew, and Michael know the battle is no longer just about the baby's survival or custody. It has become a fight to protect the Corinthos legacy, a life-or-death struggle where every choice, no matter how small, could alter the fate of everyone involved. And in this context, new fears emerge. Sonny is no longer just worried about Sasha and the baby. He's worried about the family's future. He knows that if things don't go according to plan, not only Sasha, but Michael, Willow, Drew, and other family forces will suffer serious consequences. The family's power and unity will be put to the test, and if Sonny fails to act, he could lose everything. The more he thinks about what might happen, the more tense and determined Sonny becomes, because he cannot let his family fall apart any further. This is no longer just about custody. It's about preserving the Corinthos' legacy and securing the family's future. As Drew and Willow find themselves caught in an uncontrollable storm, it becomes clear that their safety is no longer a given. Every plan and scheme they have made is unraveling as poor decisions and hidden agendas are exposed. Their actions, while meant to protect Michael and their family, are seen as manipulation and betrayal, especially as the secrets they have kept hidden are revealed to Sonny, the head of the Corinthos family, a man they cannot take lightly, cannot hurt without facing dire consequences. Drew, despite his efforts to protect what remains, is now faced with a painful truth. Every support he has given Michael, every promise he has made, is now putting him in greater danger than ever. He has, in fact, been drawn into a war he cannot control. The decisions he makes to protect Michael, especially in the custody battle, are slowly bringing him to the brink of collapse. The secrets of Michael's relationship with Sasha, of pretending to be the father, may now be the deciding factor in Drew's fate. And in this moment, he realizes that every help, every action he has ever taken for Michael can now be used against him. His relationship with Sonny, once a close friendship, is now being severely tested. Willow, the woman Sonny has always considered a daughter, is now also threatened by her own decisions. While she may feel she is doing the right thing by protecting Michael and the family, her participation in the cover-up, especially the cover-up about Sasha, puts her in danger. Willow's relationship with Sonny, built on trust and love, is now severely tested. She begins to realize that it is not just a breach of trust, but a profound betrayal of the man she has always considered her protector. Guilt and obsession slowly overwhelm Willow as she realizes that her decisions have not only hurt Sonny, but have also pushed her into a life-or-death struggle that she cannot control. The situation becomes even more tense when Sonny begins to learn the truth about everything. His relationship with Drew, built on a foundation of loyalty and long-standing friendship, is now irreparably damaged. Sonny, while remaining loyal to his family, cannot help but feel betrayed when he learns that Drew and Willow have been hiding a huge truth about his nephew, and now, it threatens the power of the Corinthos family. The revelation of Sasha's pregnancy with Michael's child, of the betrayal that had quietly taken place behind his back, was now more than just a shock. It was a shattering of the faith of a father, a man who had always stood up for his family. Sonny knew that allowing Drew and Willow to continue in this game was not just forgiveness, but an attack on the family's survival. When he decided to act, it was not just about protecting his family from the enemies outside, it was also a fight to maintain power and dominance in the Corinthos family. And when Sonny began to strike, no one, Drew, Willow, or anyone else in the family, would be forgiven if they stood on the path of betrayal. This was no longer just about custody or protecting family, it was a life-or-death battle, where each decision could change the fate of everyone involved. Sonny's actions are not only powerful as the head of the family, but also ruthless, as he decides to do everything to keep Wiley and Amelia, the two children he sees as the continuation of his family. The battle is now not just between family members, but a battle with conscience, with loyalty and betrayal. Every step Drew and Willow take, every word they say, is a step in a game they cannot control. As things escalate, the biggest question is not only whether Drew and Willow can protect each other and their family, but whether Sonny can maintain the power and love he has for his family before it all comes crashing down. As Drew and Willow continue to face the dangers that lie ahead, they also realize that their lives are now determined not only by the confrontations with the enemy outside, but also by the war they are facing within their family, a war that could end in irreparable loss.